5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
I'm back. Here you are. You're on Live with Neve. It is Friday. It is not 10 o'clock in the morning on the eastern coast of America. It is 7 out on the west coast, and I hope you're having a great day. We've got some great guests coming up today. We have some of our usual cast of characters, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Our first guests, they're musical guests for the day, is the lovely and talented Gina Jones and her equally talented partner on this new song and single, Duke Johnson. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a brain fart. I haven't had any caffeine yet, so we'll see if I can just embrace the flow and not, get too riled up too early. So I'm really looking forward. We have an excellent guest this afternoon as well. We have from Roxy Music, we have Sal Maida, the bass player. If you're not sure who Sal Maida is, Roxy Music is a band that basically invented glam along with the New York Dolls and several other bands. And we're really excited to have them on. It's going to be great. And I see some of our regulars are popping in. This is cool. We love to see that. Hell, I see all kinds of friends. Good morning, Sasha. It's great to see a new first-time caller or show watcher. And Brian, I feel like, oh God, it's family hour. Excuse me. It's not a virus. Don't worry. If anybody's panicking, go grab your mask and we'll be safe. We won't have any germs passing through the lubricity of the internet. So we're glad to start out. I want to go ahead in a minute. Jules, where are you, baby? I see her. She's here. But let's see what we can do. Hey, Jules, are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm, yep, I hear you.
Hey, baby. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Good. How are you? It's Friday.
I'm excellent. Yeah, I see you slaving over a hot computer still. I think we have all of our guests sorted out. And so I see you're taking care of business and alive and well. What's happening in Florida this week? You got any rock and roll? My daughter went to see Cliff Stapleton and Sheryl Crow last night. I've got some video that we'll put up later. Yeah. So I've got some clips from that. Two of my favorite bands. If you like country, you know who. I'm sorry. Who the hell is it? I'm sorry. I just drew a brain fart. It's early. Sorry, guys. I haven't had my coffee and I'm just floundering around here. But we are stuck in fog in Encino. Wow. Toby, better you than me. What's happened? What else you got going on, Toby? I'm glad you're here this morning. We always appreciate it. Just let us know who you got happening today. I know you've got some good music coming up later in the day. For anybody who's watching, Toby Simmons is a music promoter extraordinaire, and she does a lot of good for the musical community worldwide. And so check out Toby Simmons. She's a good friend of ours, and we love her. And, you never know. She might even post a link or come on board at some point. You never know. It's early out there. My guest, Gina, is out in Idaho. And God, I don't know why, but God, she doesn't seem like an Idaho kind of girl, but she was born and raised there. And I think I think her life's been very entertaining. And so I think she's had a little bit of every place she's lived. And, I think that's cool. She's got a sweet Southern accent, and I know she made all the cowboys cry. As for Juke, He probably makes all the cowgirls cry. He's a good-looking man. And we'll have him on playing some excellent country music. Oh my gosh, my hostess has just left the building again. Okay. Let's see what Toby's doing. Going to the food pantry. All right. Well, that's a good thing, Tobes. Listen, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just bring up the Richness for a minute. Rich is our newest cast member. He is a former DC comic, Marvel guy. He is an exceptionally talented artist, is all I'm going to say. He's funny. He's profane. He's vulgar. He's everything we love on this show. Now, he's really a cool guy. Underneath that grumpy exterior, he's really a big teddy bear, and he's going to come on and tear me a new one, I'm sure. So let's see what's happening across the pond in beautiful England. Here he is. The Richness. What do you got, a vibrator running there? What are you doing? It sounds suspicious.
That was my finger.
Damn, you got a quick finger. The girls must like you.
Good morning, hello, how are you? You betrayers of the queen, bastard fucks, how are you?
Fuck the queen.
Fuck the queen.
Fuck the queen and her
Fuck the queen and her old nasty,
And
dirty,
those-
dusty vagina would put your dick in and cobwebs come out. That's disgusting.
Oh, Lord of
How can I
mercy.
say such horrible things in here? And
About the queen, I miss her.
the queen, the queen.
Oh my God.
I cannot believe that I said that about the queen. She a fucking
They're gonna
slag.
come and drag you out of your flat and take you to a dark tower, like a dungeon or somewhere.
I wouldn't come on a face with Irish's dick. That's for sure. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well,
Yeah.
then we're pushing the bounds of decency once again.
I'm not decent.
yeah.
That's the problem. You
I know.
asked me to come on, and I'm like, all right, I'll be nice and demure.
You're demure?
No, never. I would never
yeah.
be demure. Hello, Toby. Hello, Neve Society. Bunch of other people. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hi. I'm Rich Parada. Nice to see you guys again.
And I have a new friend of mine watching who I'm sure she's terrified now. She's like, what kind of show does this guy? I thought he was
I don't
a nice
blame her. Who is
person."
it? Who is it? What's her name?
I'm sorry, her name is Sasha, and she's here for the first time. So
Hi,
welcome,
Sasha. How you doing? Hello.
Nice to meet you. And,
I'm only
you know,
like
we
this
know you.
whenever I'm around Neil because he brings out the best in me, of course.
Of
you know,
course, I
so-
do that in all of my friends and family in the music.
Yes. Let me actually put the volume up here. Okay, good.
I'm serious. Is there a helicopter or something buzzing around you? I hear
No, not at all.
there's like this thing going.
No, not at all, actually.
All right. Well, it's some kind of transatlantic fuckery, so I blame the queen.
How bad is it? Is it loud enough that I should
No, it's loud enough that you can talk and I can hear you. We can live
Okay,
with it.
right.
We know we're over there in the land of dentistry and fine food.
No, not fine food.
Anyway,
There's nothing
I
here.
know,
There's
I
nothing
know.
here about the food that's fine. Ew. Everything is either fish or potatoes or some other shit. You know, it's just no.
yeah, I know. It's like, oh God, some of that food is just awful drag.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's about
God
as
Almighty.
as flavorful as grass.
I'm an Italian guy, so I like everything. Like Italian fish. I could take.
Yeah, I know.
seafood. I mean, it's all good there. I mean, it just depends where you go. What you get. But I've never had a bad meal in Italy, other than at McDonald's in front of the. Building. That was the worst. I had to go in there.
Why
I had
would
to
you-
find a bathroom.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
Let me tell
went
you
to
about
McDonald's in Italy.
in Rome. Yes, because I wanted to see who bought that shit. Number one, I wanted to see the menu, and then I had to use the toilet really bad. So let me just tell you about this. Their basement was like a torture dungeon where the queen's going to put you.
Oh, I
and
like that.
I had to go down 3 flights of stairs. This is right in front of the Pantheon, the fountain there. And I thought to myself, who the hell? It's the oldest building in existence, I believe, that's still standing in Rome.
Please segue to me doing the news. Okay.
Yep. And then we are going to segue. Yes. Any rate, enough about Italy, enough about food. We'll have you back in a second, Rich. I'm bringing Jules back, and we'll take it away.
Can't wait.
Take it away.
Hey guys, hey, what's up?
Hey, Jules.
You're back.
Hey, how you doing? Yes, I am. Not sure for how long, but we want to go ahead and do some news with Jules here. So we're gonna start with some everybody's yeah. Well, Some news for Pearl Jam fans, or let me put it better, more specifically, Eddie Vedder fans. Eddie is coming out with a new solo album, and he has the single "The Haves." It's already been released. Right away, when you listen to it, you can hear the difference from other projects Eddie's been a part of, vocally and lyrically. It's a good song and something I'd never really expect to hear from Eddie Vedder. So definitely check that out. The new album is expected to be released on February 11th of 2022. But the really cool part is, there'll be limited vinyl pressings of The Haves and Long Way. So you can check your local music stores for vinyl there, so you can get a record of it, which is cool. And of course, today our musical guest, Gina Jones, is going to be talking about her collaboration with Duke Johnson, and their new single, "We Get the Needs," is coming out now. You'll also be able to find more about the duet, and you'll be able to find that on every place you can find music. And Gina and Duke will hopefully share more soon. Some of our weekend coming up events this weekend, we've got the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival. So if you are in the state of Florida or nearby, tomorrow, Saturday, they have the Sunshine State Cannabis Festival, and whoever's doing that, please put yourself on mute. Thank you very much. You'll have it's at the Strawberry Festival over at the Florida amphitheater, the fairgrounds. Okay, so moving on. Also, there's Thanksgiving Fest. That is Sunday over at the river at Tampa Bay Church. So if you are here in the Florida area, you want to go hang out at Thanksgiving Fest, you can certainly do that. 10th Annual Beer and Wine Festival, that's going to be in Gaylord, Michigan. Psychic and Holistic 2-day fair in Caledonia, so that's something to go to. A lot of fun there. Also, towards Neil, your area, New York, New Jersey, they've got the U.S. Festival Empowerment from KMC to NYC, and that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. You can find that at the Kadampa Meditation Center. I hope I didn't brutalize that word or that name. Also, Harvest Fest coming up on Sunday in East Brunswick, New Jersey. So for more festivals, news, and events, keep checking back with us on all of our pages: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and with more to come. So find us anywhere. And I'm Jules with the news. Thought it would rhyme better, but that's okay. We're on Live with Neve. And back to you guys.
I want to add one event. I'm waiting on my press credentials for tomorrow night to see the Family Reserve in New York City, and I should know by this afternoon. So if I get the passes, I guess me and my aide de camp, the wonderful Paul Neumann, the man who's always got a financial plan for you. Hey, Pam. Good morning.
Hey, Pam.
Pam.
She's talking about me. So enjoyed your sister Nadia. Yeah, she's awesome. She was awesome.
She is
awesome.
My
sister Nadia, she's an artist also, and she joined me on one of my live streams, and we had the funniest back and forth banter that sisters and brothers usually have. And
I little one.
I adore having her on the show. She didn't want it before, but she finally had the courage to do so, and yeah, she was fantastic. So enough about me.
How much for the little one?
Oh yeah, that's no.
That's a story for the back room. We talk about this on that line. I have many rupees and camels. I would say pay many. I want the women. All right. So I guess we got a minute to go. Julie, do you have some new bits and stuff we want to do later on in the show? Anything, somebody we know and love from LA? Are we doing those at any point?
I don't know. I don't know if we have time or not.
All right. Well, let's roll with it. Let's take a break, and then we'll be right back, and we'll bring Gina on, and we'll take it away.
Okay, we lost Rich. Not sure where he went.
I don't know.
Hey guys, I'm international singer-songwriter Hira, and I'm on Live with Neve. See you guys soon.
You almost caught me dancing. It's kind of a hard thing to watch, let me tell you. So here we are. We are back on Live with Neve. It is 10:15. We're on the highest point on the east coast of the United States. We're in beautiful Highlands, where Marconi transmitted the first radio signals in the transatlantic radio race that's going on those days. So without much ado, we have a couple of great guests on today. Before I bring them on, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got to know these folks. There's an organization called the International Singer-Songwriters Association, which great bunch of people, a lot of amazing talent who's certainly willing to help people who are members. It's free, and they have an amazing contest every year. I am the host and chairman, I guess, or we'll just call me the factotum of the Asbury Park, New Jersey chapter. So if anybody's watching this at ISA, if you want to be on my show, or if you'd like to be at one of my a guest at one of my songwriting workshops or shows, please let us know. We're hosting jams approximately 4 times a year, at least once a quarter, and we're going to try and get that pace up in the coming new year. So all I'm going to say is I have, it looks like one of our guests just popped off. He'll be back in a second. Here he is. Hey, Juke. Okay, I don't hear you yet. Hey, Juke.
Hello.
I hear you great now. You sound wonderful.
Hey, hey, how you doing, man? Good morning.
I'm excellent. You got a great hat. Let me bring Gina on here and get us all situated. There she is.
Gina.
Hey, Juke. How are you?
Hey, Gina.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's great seeing you guys. Juke, I wanted to say thank you too for the wonderful birthday greetings. It was very nice of you. That was great fun, man.
Hey, man.
I appreciate that.
You deserve it. Happy birthday. I'm sorry I wasn't there in person. With something going on that day, but I was glad I was able to participate.
Right. Well, I am too. And, I love you guys. And ISA is a great organization. And, I've liked you before I really knew you as a friend. And I was digging your music, a long time ago going, wow, this guy's great. And it just keeps getting better.
Well,
Tell me, Gina, how did you guys strike up this collaboration?
Well, it's kind of interesting because I had the song, pretty much written, and I demoed it with another guy, and it just wasn't happening. I needed something a little richer voice than what, nothing against his style. I'm just saying what I envisioned. So I sat on it for the past, I wrote it whenever my sister was passing away. So I've sat on it for 4 years. And
wow.
And I sat on the demo for the past year. And then Juke came on at Iron Gate Records with us.
Right.
And I, was listening to him more and more, and it was like I just knew that he was the one that was supposed to sing the demo. So I asked him, and between the states, we had to really work it hard because
I'm sure that's always a challenge, production at a distance.
Yeah, I had to send. Well, actually, the first person who recorded the stems had to send them to Juke, right? Juke?
Yeah.
That's how it worked.
How many tracks were there?
I don't know how many.
Quite a few.
Okay, I counted 60 or 70 on one of the tracks.
Yeah, no, that was on my. It might have been on that too, but that might have been on the other project I did. But so, anyways, it went to Juke. Juke laid his vocals down. Mine were already laid down, but because Juke brought something different, then we brought it over to me in Idaho. And I have a guy from LA, which I'm truly blessed. His name's Dennis Weber, and he has that, LA feel to him. And so he then put it, in his computer, and then I re-sang to kind of match, what Juke was doing, and then slapped the harmonies and stuff on that I could. And then it all came together. But yeah, we worked it out, and I think it's a great song. What do you think, Juke?
Oh yeah, when I heard it, I thought it was a great song.
Yeah,
I was blessed that you asked me. I was honored.
Well, we actually all three collaborated then on the words too. There were a few things we needed to change, so we all three ended up being songwriters on it. So
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it's kind of like the kind of the way music business works today. It's kind of like what me and Gina did. Most of the stuff I do and you hear from me, it's done that way. It's like cross state lines, cross country.
Yeah.
But it's getting to the point now where the technology is actually nice. So you can actually do stuff that doesn't sound as computerized or sound. You can actually make music sound organic as possible, as much as possible by doing it. I thought it turned out well. And some songs you just never know. Different people have different styles of singing. It changes sometimes the complexion of it. And I think in this case, kind of changed a little bit the complexion because of my style and her style together. She's a wonderful writer anyway. So Gina, I
absolutely
admired her songwriting.
Ever since
so Juke, I'm a big fan.
Well, I am too, and ever since I heard my best ex,
Next
ex, excuse me, that was a Freudian slip, wasn't it?
Obviously, that song was so beloved that we actually remixed it and put it out twice.
I don't blame you. It's a great song, and it's one of the first things I heard of yours. And hence I started bothering you and sneaking around your bushes in Nashville. But I'm looking here. I'm waiting for Jules to get back on. There's Juke. I don't see her. She's having problems with our cues. So what I'm going to do while I'm sitting here, I am not the producer of this show. I may be the head guy, but I'm sitting here going, okay, got to fly solo here, man. The show must go on.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through the list of all your goods. I know that it's looped here. For any of you watching the first time, it's going down in flames right now. Gosh,
you admit it.
Hey, you know what? Having grace in a moment of great terror and fear is always a good thing. Because I'm sitting here, and hopefully the panic isn't showing yet. But
no, you're
my hands are sweating. I'm licking. My mouth is getting dry, and I'm saying, "Oh, where is that lovely little sample I'm looking for?" Inside, I'm saying,
"That's a lot of performances."
I you last night.
I know we had it up. We had we actually had it out because I think you saw it, Gina. So I'm looking here, and this is why having a producer is crucial to your show. For any of those, I'm going to have to do a little ad-libbing here for a moment, and you guys have good sense of humor, so we'll kind of flounder around. While I'm doing that and waiting for Julie to come back, why don't we just talk about briefly, Gina, you first, ladies first. Tell everybody how you got your start in church and in music and all that good stuff.
Well, I didn't start in church. I started in the bars.
Well, good. I like you even better. Oh,
I ended up backstage there for a second. Okay. At 9 years old, my brothers had already had a band, and my family was very musical. But I woke up one day and I lost y'all on here. Can you hear me?
Oh, no. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you great. We just want to look at you while you're talking.
Okay. So anyways, I woke up one day and just grabbed the guitar while my brother wasn't looking.
Oh, shit.
There it is. And do you want to hear the rest?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry we're going down in flames here, people. Yeah. Okay.
So anyway,
right.
I grabbed the guitar and I just knew how to play already because I'd watched them so much. And then I had listened to, records back then. And so I knew songs and I started playing the guitar by memory of watching my brothers and sisters. And there was just a gift there. And so my brother hated me and he said, no, you can't be on the show, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, Mom made me up at one of the Opry shows. And she says, you go to the owner, honey, and you ask him if you can sing with his band. So I did. And I got to open for my brother.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's where it started at. But anyway.
All right. Well,
from there.
And how was it coming up at that young age? I also started young. I found it really great when I started to make some money.
Oh yeah, it was great. And then we were talking about this earlier that, I mean, I was making $50 to $100 back then a show, and today we still make that, like, for small shows.
Of course.
It's just the way it is. It's for the love of the music. It's not for the love of the money, for sure. But I just knew that was what I was supposed to do. As a really small child, my childhood unfortunately was cut very short because of the bars and things like that, and all the dysfunction I was around, and that's how I learned to grow up. Was dysfunctional, and so I went through a lot of my testimony is great testimony. I went through a lot of hell from the time I was a young child all the way up, and ended up on my own at 15 years old, and never went back again. So, there's just a lot to tell, but I won't tell it today. But you'll see it in a movie soon.
I've already, as you know, I've read some of the original stuff, and I will just tell you, the girl has paid her dues. And anybody has anything bad to say about Gina, they're gonna have to talk to me, because I'm not gonna abide that crap. So, Juke, we've got about 3 minutes left. Tell us a little bit about how you got into music and what brought you to where you are today.
Well, I've always been in music. I think from a little child, we're a very musical family as well. Listened to a lot of different types of music, and I just started singing and playing. I started out drummer. I think
All right.
Started off as drummer, and they realized I could sing, and I was always getting pushed to the front to sing. So I became a singer for the most part, and picked up a few instruments along the way, and played the band circuit for a little while, but really kind of got out of the band scene as I got my family. When I had a family, and went behind the scenes and just did songwriting for a long period of time and producing others. And now I'm kind of going back to over the past 10 years, back to the performance side. But I'm loving it, having a great time.
I would think just anytime we can play our music out and not have to do the cover thing. And as we get older, I'm the same way. We have a similar backstory. I hear it a lot. Musicians of our age, we've been doing this forever. But later, as you get on in life, you start to come more back from the production end. I had a studio and, I spent many years, doing just basically what you're doing, producing songwriters, coming and going, different bands. I just did what I could with what I could, and over the years learned my craft. I also went to Full Sail, which helped, but all that did was make me get out of school and realize how little I really knew in the real world of recording. Although I had my chops because I'd been doing it. I didn't go to school till I was 30, and as a result, I'd already been doing it with some bad habits that I'd learned. That once I got educated and really worked with some great engineers, if you're smart, you learn when people are smarter than you, and you just listen. And as much as I love to talk, I like hearing smart people. You can always tell if I get quiet and there's a group of people, because somebody's saying something I want to learn. I want to get out of the room with that intact. So listen, we are here at 10:29. We're going to go back. We do have the video queued up now. My lovely producer is behind the scenes, and she's here. You'll see her unseen hand guiding the show. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. We're at a revival, so we'll be right back. You're being devived live with Neve here on Live with.
Hey there, it's Kevin Sorbo here, and you lucky people, you are live. You're live with Nev or Neve or Neve. I don't know. I can't say the dude's name. Anyway, you're on live with him, so I don't know. I guess that's a pretty good thing.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
All right. Here we are. You're on Live with Neve. It is half past the monkey's ass, half past the hour on the East Coast of the United States. I'm sorry, I was kind of cracking up with some of the various technical things that were happening. So, Juke, let's carry on. I want to talk to you a little more about your when you started. When did you actually first start like really working, like 10 years ago, on original stuff? Seriously, what brought you to that?
I've always worked on original stuff since probably the mid to early 80s.
Okay.
And me and my some of my friends would write some stuff. What kind of got me into just you play in the bands and you start playing songs, these same songs every night. We always wanted to do originals, and you know how hard that's to do and make any money at it. So
absolutely.
Eventually, we started writing more and more. I had a lot of music. Fast forward, I'm working with different people about 10 years ago, companies and working, and I was putting all this stuff out, and I would do the demos myself when I would pitch this stuff. And a lot of times I go, wow, we like kind of what you did, or I wind up with such a backlog. I was like, I kind of miss being on the other side, and I decided to go back out as an artist. Because I have a lot of previous stuff under my real name.
Sure.
So I've probably been putting out stuff under Juke Johnson since 2012 or 11, 13, somewhere around that range.
What was your earlier? What is your real name, by the way?
Real name was John Johnson, and I did Christian music for quite a few years, or most of the 90s. I think all of the 90s, and maybe up until like 2002. And pretty exclusively, and then I've just produced acts on the side. But I've done all kinds of music, and I always was a big fan of Southern rock and country, and did a little bit, not much, but I found myself with a pretty large catalog of country, and kind of just said, I'm just going to go out here and put this music out. I just think, it's a shame to have all this stuff around and not kind of be out there, and I'm really have enjoyed it. The past 10 years has been a blast. All around the world, getting play and getting people contacting me and meeting great people. It's been a blast. We won the gold this year at ISA, and
oh yeah, I was so happy you won, and that was a great accomplishment for sure.
It's awesome. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a ball. Working with a lot of different people like Gina Jones, who people that I've admired from afar online. You become friends, and they're artists as well, and you see their work, and you kind of feel like you've known them a long time. But,
very true.
Just the online thing, but it's kind of nice to be able to work with them too. And been doing a lot of that the past few years, and Gina's just another one off the bucket list.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Juke.
Well,
and I want to add something a little bit to what you said, like with all the songs that you write. And I totally understand that, because I have a huge tub of stuff that's, handwritten. And, it goes back to, I'm an outlaw chick, I might cuss and do this and do that, funny videos or whatever. But it does go back to the talents that God speaks about in the Bible. And he tells us to basically not hide our talent.
Right.
So I'm totally proud of Juke. Juke gets it. He's always releasing something new.
Yes.
That's awesome, because you're being a good steward of the talent. And
absolutely.
if we all applied that, and just put our stuff out there, if we all applied that, the world would be so much better musically.
Yeah, music is powerful. Music is powerful, and it's a ministry. And I think there's some people, music is one of the most powerful things in their life. So I think
absolutely
aware of the gift, and you have to be also aware of the power of it. It's way beyond you as an artist.
Exactly.
Transcends a lot, you know.
Yeah, like to evoke any emotion, whether it's laughter. I'm saying in the positive. Let's say on the positive
Sure.
side, whether it's laughter, whether it's crying and thinking back, or whether it's you know, whatever. Evoking an emotion is the ministry.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, you know, music is cathartic for many people, and I do really believe it's one of the only natural communications between races and cultures.
That's right.
And I had Paul Simon's bass player on. We talked about the impact of culture and music in Africa compared to here. And when I talk about Africa in this case, I mean regarding South Africa and Kenya, primarily where his musical beginnings came from. And anybody out there who's heard the Paul Simon's Graceland album, at the beginning of Call Me Al, if you've never heard this guy, you'll remember that bass part, because I've played it a million times. When I hear that, you know, it's just like, first time I heard that, I heard it on the radio, and I found out it was Paul Simon. I immediately went to a store that I used to work at, a music store, got the record, took it home, and just started playing it. And we did a couple of covers off it, Boy in the Bubble, and I can't remember the other. It might have been Diamonds with Her Soles of Her Shoes or something like that. But the bass on that was so cool and so different than any guy I've ever heard in the States. He grew up listening to Jaco Pastorius also, which was interesting to me because Jaco's always been, you know, the best. And I was lucky to see him in 1976, I believe, Vermont Jazz Festival. And Weather Report opened the show, and we hiked in over the mountain from behind to avoid paying for it. Those are the hippie days, you know. We smoked a lot of weed and bushwalk through the mountains. And at like 8 a.m, Weather Report's bass player, I didn't know who he was yet. But as I come over the mountain, we can hear it. And all of a sudden, you just saw Jaco jump over his amp, start laying it down. And then everybody else came on in their suits. But here you have this wild and crazy cat, no shirt, he's no shoes. And as soon as he laid the groove down, you knew there was some names being taken that night. I mean, and I'm like, who's this guy? It was sadly, you know, he got
killed
down in Miami, or Fort Lauderdale, excuse me.
Yeah.
Really awful end. But on to a more positive thing. Julie, let's play some music. Let's hear some Juke and Gina.
Stream the steam, by the way, on all social platforms.
All right, Jules, let it roll, baby. We're trying here. Hang on a minute, Jules. Be right back with the song. Shit. No. Play. Come on. I hate it as soon as this happens. It just died, people. Guys, this is the comedy act of the year. I brought these two wonderful talents on, and we're going to sit here and not have their clip. Some days I want to just like play ball with my head and do a three-pointer, but sorry, people.
What about if I play it on my phone?
That would be great. Let's give it a shot. I mean, the show must go on.
Let's pull it up.
I'm so sorry, guys. My apologies.
It's live, man. That's what happens.
It does.
Cool. Let me find it. Hang on.
Sure.
Take a second.
Hi, Jules. Can we roll the tape? Is it? I couldn't get it to trigger from here. I'm sorry. She's working on it, guys. So Gina's working on finding it, and Jules is back. They have the worst cable company. I'm going to start doing a commercial for their quality of cable or lack thereof. They have something like 30,000 lawsuits against them. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. We're having this technical screwery. So, Gina, have you found the tune?
I do. I have it right here. Hang on.
It sounded so great. It was just it was driving me crazy having to break up because it's such a great tune. The background vocals and the production's excellent. And I'm sorry we had a little.
Are you ready?
Here we go. Yes, we are. Hold it a little closer. I think it's okay, Gina. That's such a great song. I'm gonna take it and we're gonna put it in a spot. I really feel bad for y'all.
Well, it's a good teaser. People need to go out and get it.
They do need to go out and get it. And I think it's just a great tune. And we're gonna redo this, have it up because it's just such a great song. And I apologize. Technology has its vote, and unfortunately, I spend more money than I want to trying to make it perfect. For our viewers and everybody else, that's all I can say is we give a crap. We work long hours, and it's like writing a song. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that sometimes they're out of your control. So
you're right. We appreciate you giving us the opportunity to come on, though. It's still a great opportunity for people to hear from us and to be in one spot at the same time. That's great.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make sure. I'm going to go ahead and post the video of the actual good video where you don't hear it dropping out. I'm going to clean it up, and we're going to make sure it's on our show. And it's just a phenomenal tune. I'm bummed. I really am. Well, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All these production guys. I'm going to go back, and Richness is going to join us. We're going to go to a break in a minute. You're welcome to hang out. I'm just going to turn your mic off for a minute, Gina, because I can hear myself. Now it's better. Okay, so if you want to hang out, you can. We have our artist, and you haven't seen his work, but he's amazing. Feel free. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
Bye, Duke.
Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. All right. Kill me today, peoples. Oh, you got to go. Okay, Juke, listen, I will see you later and talk soon, man. Thank you so much. Next time we'll hopefully be a little smoother. Oh. Bringing on the richness. Hey, Rich. I couldn't hear you for a moment.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I do. It was my fault. It wasn't you, mate.
That's okay. Miss Gina, are you there? I can't hear you.
Okay, my mic was turned off.
There it is.
I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are things with you?
I'm doing fine. Just hanging out.
Yeah, same with me. I've been waiting for, I don't know, the past 50 odd minutes just to make sure that I'd be able to go on. I was on for like a minute in the beginning of the show, and now I'm here for the last couple of minutes. So yay! I've been sitting here waiting all this time for Neil to bring me in, but that's okay. It's all right.
That's cool.
I'm just here twiddling my thumbs anyway. Gina, how long have you been a musician?
Since I was 9 years old, and I'm not a young woman.
Well, what's not a young woman, if you don't mind me asking? I know it's not a gentleman's question to ask a woman her age, but I'll bet I'm older than you.
I'm just going to say this. I'm over 40. I was in the fabulous Over 40 magazine for breast cancer awareness last month. And
how are you feeling
I actually went to number 3 on that and raised a lot of money for that.
That's really noble of you.
So yeah, I actually I embrace my age. I'm 59. So I embrace
You're lying.
that. Yeah, because I had such a hard life. And it's
damn, are you kidding? Doesn't show on your face.
So I always say that for me to be the age that I am, still, doing music, still and speaking out, to different people and mentoring young artists, things like that. It's definitely a miracle because when I was younger, I did every kind of drug you could think of. Oh, yeah. And it's a wonder that I'm sitting here today. And for me to be involved in like Fabulous Over 40 and different things like that, it's a blessing because, I could be sitting here with 2 teeth in my head, honey, and no hair.
Hubba.
that depends on the venue. But
yeah, it might be popular in some crowds.
It's popular in the Village from what I've heard, So,
all I can tell you is if you can buy it in New York, it's not torture.
Yeah, that's right. It's not torture. I feel you on the cancer thing. Last year I moved here to the United Kingdom. I'm from New York City, and I moved here 2 weeks before quarantine hit when the whole COVID thing happened. Wow. And it was a month later. Thankfully, I had a visa that I was able to get the NHS because I was diagnosed a month later that I had cancer as well. And if we look over here, if you can see it, not that red line. If you can see they scar. Had to. Yeah, that was yummy. They just cut right into my neck, cut my neck muscle in half in order to get to the cancer in the lymph nodes. So I am pleased to see someone who is I mean, I'm whatever I am, that's fine. It's not nearly as bad as what Miss Jones has. You are, I mean, just from what you told me a minute ago.
Okay, now wait a minute. I was on that not for myself. It was basically my aunt had cancer. My sister.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was you. Forgive me. I thought it was you.
Okay. I didn't have it. They asked me to come on because of my family history. Okay. And also because I'm an artist, an indie artist, and they were wanting me to use my brand, to help with it. And I'm like, of course, because I've dealt with this. I've lost a lot of people to cancer. And so that's why I did it. Sorry. However, with me saying that, I have had a lifelong history of illness that if they don't get under control could go that direction, but they're working on me now, which is one reason why I'm out west, because there are doctors out here that have found what's going on with me, and we're hoping to nip it in the butt, quick.
Right. Well, we definitely keep you in our prayers for sure.
Yeah, that it's not an easy thing. It is, and having people that you know and love, pass on to something like that. It's a horrible thing. Does that influence? Does that influence the music that you have today in contrast to when you first started, or is it something that is it something that whatever emotions have been brought out from that, has that guided your music throughout your career, or did you change or evolve, if I may say? Did your music evolve as a result of having people that you've loved in your life pass on as a result of this disease?
When my sister passed, it'll be 4 years in February.
Sorry.
I wrote a song for her before with the great Bernie Nelson, who wrote Cadillac Kind and just mega hits. Wow. And I wrote a song with him called A Giver, because she had fostered 130 something children in her lifetime.
My God, that's a lot.
She adopted 6 siblings when she was in her 50s. And she was 63 and passing of cancer. And so I was able to sing that song for her before she passed. And I know this is strange. I'm very spiritual. So I was actually called to her bedside. I mean, I knew I was supposed to go, and I didn't even know she was sick. I just took off and went to Missouri because I knew I was supposed to go. And I didn't know she was sick until I got there. And then being by her, I was by her bedside day in, day out, even to the time that she died. And then she had asked me, because I'm a stylist, she had asked me to take care of her at the funeral home as far as her hair and all of that. And so I did all of that. So yes, it has influenced a lot of ways that I write. However, I do write on a lot of funny things, a lot, I go from one end of the spectrum to the other, but her death did influence me big time, and it broke my heart because she was like my mother, because she was the oldest of the family.
Wow.
So yes, it does affect writing for sure.
I'm sure it does. Yeah, it's it's stuff like that can be a catalyst and bring out the best out of creatives like you and I and all that, and Neil as well, because it's and we feel things more because as creative people, we're not to say that most other people aren't. I'd like to think that we're in tune with a little bit more of the creative energy that surrounds us, and as a result of that, we tend to be a little bit more empathic. We tend to be a little bit more sensitive.
Right.
I mean, sensitive according to what society dictates what we should do. Like we should not cry at funerals, or men aren't supposed to cry, or women are supposed to be the way they are, but they're supposed to be. But we don't ever fall into that. And I'm so glad that you've done that. And I think it's even more special that I mean, by virtue of the fact that I made the mistake that I thought you had cancer.
That's okay.
The fact that you're doing it as a result of your family members is even more noble, because this is something that you choose to do. Whenever you have any type of illness or anything like that, I have to admit I've done it a little bit. You're compelled to help people to help assist and to help bring out a little bit more of your ability to help people who've had illnesses of different kinds. But you have not. You had whatever you had in your youth, and you brought it to where it is, and you saw what was happening with your family, and you chose to do it, which I think is a lot more noble than, not that it isn't for the other person, but this is the choice that you're making. You're not compelled to do this. You decided.
There's a lot of evidence, and I'm taking a neuroscience class. Imagine that, and I've learned a lot about music, and it's the neuroscience behind it is amazing. They hook people up to these electroencephalographs and play music, and it's amazing watching the neurons light up in the person's brain while they're creating. And there's a lot of genetic reasons for it. It's fascinating. But as we were talking earlier, it's the one language that anywhere you go, you can provoke emotion from people. And, there's no better feeling when you're writing and playing something that you've been a part of building and playing it to an audience that's appreciative. It's their gift to us. I mean, we've all played many gigs, not for the money, but because we just had to be there. I know exposure bucks don't pay, but we've all made it. I've frequently done benefits for cancer societies, for Special Olympics. I'll tell you, I would rather do a concert at Special Olympics than anywhere else, because those kids are innocent and they work their ass off. They want to win. And when they win, they actually know the meaning of victory by hard work, not just what brand of Nike shoes you wear, Nike, or whatever. I mean, but enough about that. Let's go on. Rick, what have you been working on today? Have you been scrolling away in the background?
Well, what I worked on today is I've been a comic book artist for a rather long time. I started at Marvel in the mid-90s.
Right.
And I worked on a bunch of titles over at Marvel for about 10 years, then stopped for a bit, and then worked at DC Comics. And in 2013, I went into the independent circuit. And this year, as a matter of fact, I ventured into self-publishing. And today, usually there's like almost every day during the week, I usually go live. I usually go live and I draw, and I have people, show up, watch. We talk comics, we talk whatever we choose to do. And today I was drawing the cover for the 4th issue of my graphic novel series. And later tonight, I'm doing actually as soon as about 4:30 on my time anyway, I'm going to draw a poster art for a friend's nephew of a WWE wrestler. And I'm going to do that live for a little while today after I get off here. And
great.
And then later tonight, I'm going to see the Eternals, but that's what I do. I've been a professional illustrator for a rather long time. And it's just like with music with you and Neil and everything. It's part of who I am. You might also cut off both my arms. And even if you did, I'd still find a way to do something, because there's just, I will do this until I die. I will have either a paintbrush or a pencil in my hand, and I'll be slumped over on my drafting table when I pass on.
Fighting off the men in the white coats.
I'm glad that you said that, because as we talk, I'm dealing with lupus and stuff like that, and it's affecting my esophagus to where I can't sing properly. So now I'm on TikTok making up funny songs and just making people laugh, because I'm like, screw that. I'm gonna, even if I can't sing very well, I'll sing something funny where it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's that's true. That's exactly what you should do.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, it's a healing.
It is. It's a healing. It's a healing. It's a little bit cathartic. It's also when we get to a certain age. See, I'm 53, and
nice. Okay.
Yeah, I know. And
well, great.
I know. I'm fucking. By my language, I'm effing gorgeous. So that's just how I am.
Are you married or gay?
Not gay. And I keep my private life as my private life, but I am not gay. That's okay. It's all right.
Oh, I was thinking we had a thing going.
Well, we did. The next time I see you, I'm definitely gonna eat a kielbasa without chewing. Don't worry about that.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be all bones.
Oh boy, it's gonna be silly.
Yeah, you see, I was fixing to ask you out.
Oh man.
When you're in the if you're in the UK, I'll show you around.
Cougar.
Absolutely. I had you pegged from the first time, Gina. You ain't fooling me on nothing.
No, Neil, if you had me pegged, Neil, I swear to God, if you had me pegged, I'd be all yours.
All I can say is I just leave my personal life private, but
I'm trying to see if I can look under your desk.
Supery.
Let me see what you're packing there, big boy. Holy
way,
shit, it's a python, man. Oh, my eye. God damn it.
Exactly.
Anyway,
remember, big hands,
not
big
homoerotic stuff, man.
Oh,
anyway.
I think he's having a moment, maybe.
I am having a moment.
I brought out the worst in y'all.
Listen, we got 1 minute left to go, so anything foul you want to say, we've got to get it out of the way.
Yeah, Gina, are you on Facebook? I'll connect with you.
I'm going to just say this. I'm happy that there's a python and not a micro penis.
It's 2 inches to a yard. What was I going to say? Are you on Facebook? I'll connect with you there. All right.
Okay.
That's called a turtle in the business. We're out of here. Happy Friday, everybody. You've been on Live with Neve. We are out of here.
It's like this.
Bye.
Bye.